So let me show you how it works in the real world when it comes to development. This is CI/CD pipeline, continuous integration, continuous deployment pipeline. Okay, this is through Azure DevOps. So what happened? This is the board that you call Azure DevOps board, right? Azure board, just like Jira board. The developer will take the story, they work the story, they develop the story on their local environment. When they say local environment, means their computer. Everybody is running, maybe Rosalind, you are writing the code from line 1 to line 5. Ivana is watching from line 5 to line 10. And Gillian is going from line 10 to line 20. You guys are 3 developers. You write all that code. You do your unit testing. Make sure that your code is clean, that your code don't have error. What do? You are the developer. Take the story here, writing the code on your machine. They call it here Visual Studio and all that. You are writing the code, but it's on your private environment, local environment. When you finish, you push the code into what? Git or GitHub. This is the repository where you push your code into. When you push the code in here, all that code now come and mix it to mix up the code. So now all the line from line 1 to line 15 now is going to mix to have a piece of software at the end. Now, when it mix, it has to work. It shouldn't have any error, right? So this gets mixed automatically in this pipeline and trigger what they call a build. Trigger a build. And that build, that's what we call continuous integration. So the build comes here. What happened on the build? It happened, they get the source code, and they install the tools, they build the solution. You don't need to know all this, so these are technical, but just know that it triggers this build here, but that it goes through all this job to trigger the build. And then this what happened? When this is over, it go now and go to the release. That way we call continue deployment, and now it's getting ready to be deployed to the customer. So it goes to the release. When you go to the release, what happened? You go to the development stage for testing. You want to test to know that, okay, what we build, is it behaving the way it was supposed to behave based on the acceptance criteria that we put in place. They test, and then they move it again to the QA stage. So here they are testing to see if everything that they put here is working. Now they move it here to the QC or QA testing to test to see if there is a mistake. They try to break it to see if it's going to break, right? This QA testing meaning that they are trying to break things out to make things not work, misbehave, for instance, they will go and put the wrong password. And if the wrong password, that means you fail, right? You want to put the wrong password and expecting to have an error message. You want to be able to change your password. You want to be able to put certain characters, things like that, to see if your code is working. So when they do that, now you see they are at the stage environment. When they finish here, they're moving now to the production environment. Now they want to now make it for here, something that you and now we can see. All this happen in their environment. They see, I'm not saying that they don't see, but the client cannot see this. Even me, I don't have access to this environment. The Scrum Master, you don't have access to this environment. Only the PO has access to this environment. Because it's highly, because you can come there and break something, they don't want that. So when they move to the production, then what happened? They deploy that by doing different installation in the client site. If it's a software, for instance, that's what they call deployment. So deployment happened here at the production level. Release happened here when they're doing different testing. So, they do the stage, and they do the testing, and now they release them. Now they're moving now to production, and then when they do the installation and all that, and then the customer have access to it. Does that make sense? So this I can send you the link of this course. This is an extremely important course. Trust me, read it here. You can take it. So when they talk about that, that's how you say it. You can tell them, look, I'm not very tech. That's what I'm telling you. It's important to you to understand a little bit of technical language, because those developers now are leaving their job to be Scrum Master, but they understand the development. So they are more competitive than somebody who is not developer. So having this is very important for you to know and be able to try to tell the story using those kind of examples. Even if you don't know, you say, hey, I'm not very technical, but I can tell you what they are doing. They don't want you to go into the detail, they just want you to tell the story a little bit. Now, all right, let's see some job. I know it's getting late, but it's important that we see this. Let's go through some quick job, not much money for you just to come and sleep, right? And tell me in the field, you really sleep based on the money that they pay you, honestly. Because you don't need to know all these things. It's just hard to get in, but when you get in, it becomes very easy. If you know how to, and I will coach you how to go about it. But that is where you want to emphasize. Even it takes you days not to sleep, to get some job like it. When you do it, let's look at the requirement. Can somebody read it? If can you read it for us?
Absolutely.
Can you?
Where do I start? Full job description?
You can just, can you go ahead, but because this introduction is very important.
Okay, so we are currently transforming the way in which we deliver our product services by adopting agile ways of working. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, your internet is a little bit.
It's breaking up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we are currently transforming the way in which we deliver our products and services by adopting agile ways of working and moving a scaled agile product delivery model. We are currently seeking an experienced lead Scrum Master, a proven professional able to support our product delivery teams and evolve our agile practices. This is an ideal opportunity to influence, drive, and challenge our product delivery processes while managing and optimizing the flow of value through the agile release train. Acting as servant leader for motivated, collaborative, and enthusiastic cross-functional teams to guide software projects and to ensure successful delivery.
Okay.
So, role and responsibilities. The successful candidate will have expert knowledge in an agile culture and delivery techniques, establish governance within projects to ensure successful project delivery, monitor and control deviations from agreed time, budget, and quality plan, escalate.
We lost you. Let me take it over from here now. So those are role and responsibility. The successful candidate, we have an expert knowledge in an agile culture and delivery technique. Those are key words, agile culture and delivery technique. Now, establish governance within project to ensure successful project delivery. Successful product delivery monitor and control deviation from agreed time, budget, and quality plan. So what happened here is they are telling you that your job as a Scrum Master is that they will ask you, how do you monitor the delivery of your product? Remember, I told you, you always, every morning, the first thing that you do when you clock in is what? 1, check your calendar. 2, check because you might have a meeting and you don't know, check your calendar. 2, check your email to see what are the burning things. 3, open your backlog. Open your ball and see what is happening and track, are we on track? Is there anything that is going wrong? What is doing, how long this story is staying in this ball? Is it even moving? Things like that. You want to be asking yourself questions. What am you doing? You are tracking daily. Before they even start the meeting, you have to, because when you check your email, maybe somebody have sent out in an email and say, oh, my server is not working. Or a stakeholder said, hey, A and B team, I need this, I need this, I need this. Can you help me on this? So your job is, what before you do the stand-up meeting, you already have some kind of agenda. Hey, I have this also stakeholder have asked for us to deliver this. How can we do it? You see, so you give them, hey, we said that we need a release note for this specific product by the end of the week. Are we ready on that? That is your job. It's just to check on that. You don't even know what the release note means. But because you saw in an email, a stakeholder say, hey, the due date for the release note is, March window is Friday. You come to your team and say, hey guys, how far are we to be able to meet the deadline for Friday? We need the release note ready. Who is taking ownership of that? This is your job. So the developer say, oh no, I will make sure that I do that before Friday. Okay, done. Before Friday, say, hey, I'm just making sure. Mr. A, do you have any issue delivering the release note? No, I did it already. Thank you. Great job. That's your job. That's why we accept facilitating delivery and monitoring. Hey guys, I'm seeing that we are still overloaded. We have far more days left for the sprint. Are we on track to finish this? Do we have any reason not to be able to complete the sprint within this story within the time frame? They will say yes, because we have this dependency. We are waiting on B team to give us the data so that we can finish this. I say, okay, so what is happening? Can you tell me more about that? They say yes. Actually, the B team, we've been talking with so person, but we have not heard from the person. So we say, okay, I will follow up, and let's follow up after. If you don't understand everything, because sometimes you don't want to be ridiculous, in the team, you don't understand what they are saying. You say, okay, I will follow up after, I will follow up on the chat so that we can get that clarified. That's how I do it. So on the chat, what happened? Hey, Mr. So tell me more about this issue. Now they text you. Now you have time to go and even Google them to say, okay, so he's trying to say this, all right? Okay. Now I say, okay, how can we go about that? How do you want me to help you on this? Do you understand? Don't be intimidated. Honestly, the work is not difficult. That's how you approach that. You will not understand so many things there, but don't show your foolishness. Don't show your ignorance there. Just know how to approach it this way. So when you don't understand, say, please, when you finish a meeting, you are the one coordinating the meeting. They're asking some kind of technical question, blah, blah, blah. You are just quiet. When you feel, say, okay, any other question, any comment? If you feel like the meeting finished, but they were not satisfied, okay, so how can we help out on this? Do we have any plan? Do we want us to schedule another meeting to discuss more? Things like that. Or you can keep quiet and feel like you didn't really get it. But you know that some of the team members were talking more. You text them in the private, hey guys, hey, Mr. B, you were talking about this thing. Can you explain more? Give me more background on this. They will text you and reply to you, right? Now you have some background. When you are meeting your manager, what do you do? Hey, by the way, Batin is doing the UAT session is going to be on March 1st. The release session, you don't even know what the hell is. You don't even know what they are doing there. You don't know. You're not technical. You don't even know what they're doing. You just want to understand that you use their word and go and share it. Does that make sense? So don't get intimidated. Now, escalate impediment, manage risk, ensure value delivery, and draft improvement. How do you do that? When you cannot control the impediment, for instance, if the dependency is, you have the dependency from another team, you want to escalate that to the release train engineer. Say, hey, Mrs. B, team C have this, we are required, we need some help from them to deliver us. Can you please communicate with them to let us know if they are on track to give us that piece of data that we are looking for to be able to complete our work? Do you understand that what they call escalation? Or a team member is going through maybe an onboarding process, maybe he want to key in his time sheet is not working. You write to the system guy, say, hey, Mr. B, I'm taking an example. We use Clarity. Hey, Mr. So-so is having issue with his Clarity timesheet. Can you please help out? And sometimes those guys are stubborn. They don't say anything. You put him in the group. I create a group of 3 people. Put the system guy, put the guy who need the timesheet, put myself. Hey, can you please help us to fix this issue? I tried to help him, but I wasn't able to. Can you please give me some guidance on this? If it doesn't answer, what do? Next thing now, you draw an email and you copy your boss and you copy his boss. What do you call that? Escalation. When you see this kind of email, he will run and answer you very quickly. So that's what cooperate means. Sometimes you don't have the power, but you know how to escalate issue. But you don't over-escalate. Try to discuss first and try to really bring your best. When it doesn't work out, then you escalate. Now, manage risk. How do you manage risk? Risk could be an impediment. It could be a server not working. It could be, like for instance, not so long ago, they have this vulnerability all over the world called LG4 something. Log4j, like Log4j. That Log4j means everything using Java platform have to be upgraded to the latest version. Everything using Java platform have to be upgraded all over the world. That was a big call everywhere. So if whatever you are doing as a developer, you have to stop and listen to the guide on how to fix that issue. That means it's a risk. It's a risk for why? It's a risk because it's going to delay you from completing your work on time. It can delay your team from completing your work on time. It can also break the system if you don't fix it on time. So that is something that you want to track very closely with your team. Say, hey guys, how far are we to upgrade the server? What is the consequence on our work? Is this going to break something? They are telling you don't know, but your job is to track those kind of risks. Does that make sense? Oh, how are you feeling about Team Bay giving us the data we need to continue with this? Do you think they will be able to provide that, or is it safe for us to move instead of going to stage, we move to the out of cycle production, things like that. Those are language that I speak there. Now, ensure value delivery and draft improvement. Value delivery is just making sure that whatever you commit for, you deliver. If I ask you, because you guys are going to interview now, how do you guys draft improvement in your team? Rosalind, how do you draft improvement in your team? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm thinking.
Somebody want to try? Nadine, how do you draft improvement in your team? Those are questions that come every day now. How do you answer this kind of question? And you have it on the list of questionnaire, I guess. The first thing that you do is what? Your the retrospective session is a big improvement session. The goal is to drive improvement. Remember, during the retro, you are talking about what went well, what didn't go well, and how can we improve, right? So you make sure and you take that, what can we improve very seriously. Anything the team want to say or the team suggests to improve their process, pay attention to it. They can say, yeah, we need this kind of tool, or we need this kind of training to be able to do this. Pay attention, okay, how can I help? So you think we can organize this training so that you can be more efficient? Okay, you take it and you follow through. That is one. How do you drive improvement? The second way of driving improvement is to fill out the gap. When you see a gap, you want to fill out the gap. Let me take an example. If you observe that it's taking long, for instance, when you are doing the onboarding process, it takes forever for you to even do the onboarding. This is my example. And you will notice that very quickly when you get a job. That the onboarding, maybe they will send you 1,000 links and it's just all over the place, all messy. You don't know where to go to do what. It's so frustrating. And now you are a Scrum Master, new team in your team every day, new team member. Now that you face that, you know that every new team member coming to your team, you face the same frustration. How do you avoid that from happening? You can build a team site. What I'm telling you is what I do. You can build a team site where all the link, you can put them together so that they have access in one single place where they know that if I need this, I will get it here. Where I need this, if you are not tech savvy, you cannot build, what do? Get and list a spreadsheet, list out those links and the description of those links. That this is to do this, this is to do this. These are the most important links when you start. Do this first, go here first, go. Have it so that whenever everybody come in, you send them the link, hey, this is gonna help you to go through the onboarding easily. You are driving improvement. You are making them save time. Okay, or maybe they are saving their document all over the place and it takes them a long time to find one document that they are wasting time. How can you help them? You can help them by creating a team folder where every document is organized nicely in that folder and is accessible by everybody. If you are using Team, use Team folder. If you are using Google Suite, use Google Drive. Get their folder into Google Drive. Give access to whoever have access to your team member. That is improvement. Does that make sense?
What would you look for volume there?
Danielle, are you talking to us?
No, I'm not giving you the mom. Really?
Yes, what a
No, but you have to escape. You can't put it on full screen and then put the
Okay,
volume.
I'm gonna mute you guys then. Okay, does that make sense? So that is what we call drive improvement. Communicate to senior management risks and mitigation well in advance of potential delay, facilitate synchronization at the program level with the product manager and solution architect. We talked about that already. That's why you do the Scrum of Scrum. In the Scrum of Scrum, you are there to tell them that, you know what, the objective that we commit for, we won't be able to make it because we just lost our big guy in the team. He got a new job and we are still doing the backfilling. So our velocity is going to be impacted and the work that we commit for, we won't be able to. You see, they want you to vote that on time so that they anticipate and they can communicate to the clients that, you know what, this is what we want to do. We couldn't do it because we have some issue. Or they know how to say to the client. Does that make sense? Those are the things. These are the stories that you tell to the interviewer. You know, say that, oh, I anticipate the read, but it's not book. It's a, hey, for instance, one of my developers just left for a better opportunity. I lost 2 of my developers within one sprint. It's really affect our velocity. And therefore, whatever we committed for, we will not be able to make it. So when I go to the Scrum of Scrum meeting, that's the first thing to say, hey guys, we committed for this objective, but after working with the team and the PO, we won't be able to make it because we lost 2 people in our team, and now we are still going through the hiring process. That is an example. Now, Scrum Master, what are they saying here? Communicate to Scrum Master and stakeholders, that's one. Encourage collaboration between teams. How do you encourage collaboration between teams? How do you keep your team motivated, especially remote team right now, team from India, where when you are here, or team from Pacific, I'm here in Dallas. If you have a team in Western Coast, in the Pacific time, when it's 6 a.m. here, it's 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. in the Pacific Coast. And maybe we want to meet with the India team. Maybe our meeting is at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. in India is already maybe 6 p.m. in the night or whatever. Not even 6, maybe 8 p.m. in the night. We want to accommodate Indian people. We want to accommodate the Eastern people, because if this guy wake up early at 5 a.m. and you're asking him to open his mouth, start talking much, he might not even talk because he doesn't have the mood to talk at that specific time. It's too early for him. Indian guy is also sleepy already tired. You as a Scrum Master, you have to manage all these different, you are the middle, you are like a mom. You have to understand the need of your children. It's the same way. Okay, so you try to find the middle, try to balance things out, but They will ask you, how do you keep them motivated? For instance, let me tell you some little thing. You can buy this and use it there. Please use it. I told you that I have a team site. Each of my team have a site where they can go, whatever they need, they will go and get it. Oh, okay, I have a skill maybe to build that thing. You don't have to do that. The second thing I do is that the birthday. So on that site, I have an event board where I listed all their birthdays. That means when it's their birthday, during the morning, I take like 5 minutes, hey, acknowledge the person's birthday, right? Maybe if I have the picture of the person, if the person is willing to send me the picture, for instance, I can design something fancy. Hey, let's wish happy birthday to so person. 5 minutes, everybody wish, and then make them happy. Another thing is farewell ball, because team are dynamic. They move out, they move in. So when the team is leaving, it's not like, oh, bye-bye, no. I always, hey guys, let's do something for this team member who is gonna be leaving. Maybe he's leaving us to go and get another promotion, or he's leaving us to go to another company. So I use Miro board for collaboration. So I invite the team, hey guys, this also person is moving. This is the board for us. Let's write something for him. Anybody can think of any message and just write. That's how they go in, they write message for the team, they sign. It's virtual, it's just like you are signing the card in the office. Everybody sign, and then the last day, hey, Mr. So-so, we're really grateful to have you in the team. Thank you so much for your hard work. We appreciate you, and we wish you all the best for your future endeavor. We send him I will send him the email. I will copy the boss, and I will wish him well on behalf of my team. You know what I mean? It speaks volume. When the boss will call you, and I'm telling you, this is my story. My boss called me and said, Miss Georgia, you are doing something that this is exactly what I want everybody to do. I haven't done anything. I just want to keep them happy. Does that make sense? Things like that. So you can say that you do things like that. Or you can encourage them because they say, how do you want to make them improve? One of the things is acknowledge them when they finish something. Find a way to recognize them. It could be somebody finished a new skill. Hey, I just finished with my AWS training. Hey, do you want to share with the organization? Because that can give him promotion. Okay, you want me to, if you want, send me your picture. I will publish that in the team site and let everybody know that you accomplished this. You want them to be praised. If they want, oh, you have a newborn baby. Oh, wonderful. You want us to share. Let's share it as a news. Then let's congratulate so person for a new member, a new addition in the family. They feel the sense of belonging, whether they are from India or from Ukraine or whatever it is. When they feel that they belong somewhere. Any question?
Yes, so when you mentioned can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So you mentioned you build like a website for your team. Is that correct?
I build a team site. We use SharePoint. You can build it on SharePoint. You can use it on Google's site. You can use it on Confluence. It depends on which platform you are in, right? You have already you have the template. You can just pick a template and just use it. You don't need to be a developer to do that, right? But the idea of being creative and putting things together will make you stand out, because many people don't do that. Honestly, I'm telling you, 95 or 97% of the Scrum Master, project manager, they will not do what I'm telling you. But I want you guys to stand out in your work, because even when you leave your company, that work will remain and they will remember you through your work. I always create something. I always leave something in my company. I cannot leave a company without a mark. It could be a process that I designed. It could be a spreadsheet, something. So define and track our delivery quality metric. I show you the quality metric. I show you that thing that we went through, velocity plan and all that. So that's what you tell them. How do you do your quality metric? I make sure that I have a spreadsheet where at the end of every iteration, I track the velocity plan, the velocity completed. I track the story plan, the story completed. I track all the feature. I track if we have done all the meeting, so that we know where we stand in our agile practices. That is how you answer those questions. And that's it. That is 155,000 jobs right there. That's all. You see that is not complicated. That is just all the requirement they want. So do you think you can, okay, what is the qualification? They said certified Scrum Master / professional Scrum Master, which is PSM, CSM is the same thing. Bachelor degree in computer science or related CV, don't worry about that. Even if you have a bachelor in law, they will take it, if you know how to explain yourself.
And what if you don't have a bachelor's?
Yes, some positions will require bachelor, some will not require. I have team who don't have bachelor, they have high school and they got a job. If they said bachelor, for instance, for this one, they should say bachelor, and you tell them you don't have bachelor, and they know that you can convince them with your experience. Experience speak more than bachelor. You can come here with PhD, they don't give you work. In IT world, degree was less, experience was more. So if you don't have the bachelor, raise up your standard, speak. They want to see your personality. They want to see your emotional intelligence. They want to see your level of communication, your connection, your confidence level. They want to see your problem-solving skill. They want to see your creativity. And then you also want to understand that you have the knowledge in the field. Those are the things. It's not just a degree. Degree alone will not give you anything. I am telling you because I know, I'm telling you for a fact, degree will not give you, not take you far. Of course, it can be a leverage, but you have to put more on that degree for that to work. So ability to deliver high value product in the fast-paced environment, commercially focused environment, Leading Safe certified, 5 years experience of operating in agile at scale, on multi-team initiative, direct management of several substantial products, deep understanding of agile delivery technique, ability to articulate the value of metric. You see that the requirement is not much. You have a Scrum Master and you have some kind of safe certification, or even though you don't even have, but you convince them, you understand that you have a deep knowledge, they can take you. Yes, so that was what I wanted to share with you tonight. I wanted to open the floor for questions now, and then we can call off for the day.